Hello friends, welcome to the 38th session of Hybris tutorial. In this session, we are going to learn about the Hybris cron jobs. We are going to learn whether all the Hybris cron jobs are abortable by default. If no, how we can create a abortable cron job. So guys, we are going to discuss this concept in this video. This concept is very important concept and is frequently asked in the Hybris interview questions. So this video is going to be very useful for you. So firstly, we will discuss whether a cron job by default is abortable or not. So guys, we have already discussed in our chapter number 13. There we had discussed how to create a new cron job from the very scratch. But guys, if we try to search any cron job, because every cron job extends the abstract job performable class, so I am going to search for any cron job class which is basically extending the abstract job performable class. So I'm just going over here and then I'm just searching in the Java class. So we are going to search any job class defined in our system which is going to extend the abstract job performable class. So you can see in the training core, we do have the jobs. So if I am going to open any job, if I am going to open any job, for example, I am going to open this code to expire soon jo performable dot Java class, you will see that this class is extending the abstract job performable, and because this class is extending the abstract job performable class, this is a out of box class. That is why it has overridden this method. And guys, you can see over here, we have not declared whether this job is abortable or not. But if I go into this abstract job performable class, if I go into this abstract job performable class, which is out of box class, you will see we do have multiple defined methods into this class. Don't worry if you are not able to find this class, or if you are not able to view these methods in your system, because I have added some plugins to view these methods. So I will be explaining how to install the plugins to view the dot class files in a separate video. But for now, just see, like, this is the abstract job performable class, and over here we do have multiple defined methods. And guys, over here you can see we do have one method is abortable. If I just search for is abortable method, you can see this is the is abortable method, and by default guys, you can see this is returning the false value. So it means, because every job extends this abstract job performable class, it means every class is extending, or every class is extending. Since this abstract job performable class, it means every cron job is by default not abortable, because every class is extending this class. And over here we have return is equal to false in the API is abortable. That is why every job class is by default not abortable in nature. But how we can create a job as abortable in nature, that is we are going to discuss. So it means we can say that cron jobs are not abortable by default, but with the customization, we can make these cron jobs as abortable. So we are going to show you the end-to-end implementation, how we can make a cron job as a abortable. And guys, I will upload whatever the code files we create for this video and the notes for this video. I am going to upload in the Google Drive and will share the link of the Google Drive in the comment section of this video. So you just have to click on the link given in the comment section, and there you can download all the notes and the code files related to this video. So firstly, we will write the requirement for this story or for this video. So the requirement is we need to create a abortable cron job, right? Why we need? Because by default is extending every job is extending abstract job performable class, and there we have and there Hybris has given the is abortable return logic as false out of box, right? So now question arises how we can make a abortable job. So how we will display? Firstly, I will show you by creating a cron job, right? That by using the default implementation of Hybris, right? So firstly, I will create a cron job by using the default implementation of Hybris. Right there, I will show you that this job is not abortable by default, and then I will convert that cron job as a abortable cron job using some custom logic. So this video is going to be very informative for you. So what we are going to do, firstly, we are going to create a cron job. So how we can create a cron job? So for that, I will open this cronjob.impex class, right? So over here, I will be basically creating a cron job. So how we can create a cron job? So for that, guys, I will just simply write something like this. So I will just copy this and then I will just paste over here. I'm just pasting over here. You must have created this training core extension in our chapter number 2. There we had created this training core extension. So in case you have not created yet, you can watch the chapter number 2 and you can create this custom extension. But since I have already created, so that's why this training core extension is already there. Over here, I have just opened the cronjob.impex method. So over here, guys, I am just creating one cron job with the name Hybris Tube Abstract Hybris Tube Abort Table Job Demo. So this is the cron job which we have created, Hybris Tube Abortable Job Demo, and I will give the job name as something like Hybris Tube Abortable Job. So this is the name of the job class. Now my next step is I will create a job class, right? So how I will go create a job class? So for that, guys, I will go to the src folder. So where is my src folder? So src folder is over here. You can see, guys, we do have src folder in the de.hybris.trainingcore.job. Over here, guys, I will create a new job class. So I have just right clicked over this package de hybris training core.java. Then I will click on the new and then I will click on the class. Right, so this is the class. So I will just give the name of this class as Hybris Tube Abortable Job. So this is the class name I have created, and I'm just clicking on the finish button. So you can see this is the simple Java class I have created. Now what I am going to do, I am going to create this or convert this bean as a job bean. So how we can convert this bean as a job class? I will just extend this class with the method with the class extends abstract job performable this one, and once I extend this it asks me to implement the unimplemented methods of parent class. That is why this perform method is there. Why we need to override this method? Because this must be the abstract method. So you can see this is the abstract method. That is why we have to override. This is a Java concept. We will be discussing these Java concepts in our Java series, but just understand you have to implement the abstract method of a parent class. That is why now it has over here I have overridden the abstract method, perform method. Over here only I will write my logic. Now since I have created or I have converted this class Hybris Tube abortable job class as a job class by just extending this with the abstract job performable, right? You can see in the abstract job performable is abortable is returning me the false. So by default, this cron job is going to create or going to be created as a non-abortable cron job, right? So over here, guys, what I am going to do, I am going to write some logic. For example, I will be just iterating like for int I is equal to 0. Right, for int I is equal to 0, I less than say 1 lakh, I less than 1 lakh, and then I plus plus. It means I am just going to print counting from 1 to 1 lakh, and once this counting gets started, once this job starts, this method comes and this counting will start printed into server logs. I will try to abort this cron job. I will check whether I am able to abort this cron job or not. Then we will show you that this job is not abortable. It means it is not possible to abort such type of jobs in between. But once I convert this job to abortable cron job, then I will be able to convert or I will be able to abort this cron job in between as well. But firstly, I will be creating this job by using the default implementation of a Hybris, and will show you that this job, it is not possible to abort this job in between. So firstly, I'm going to add the logger class. So this is the Hybris Tube abortable job. So I will just change this as a Hybris Tube abortable job dot class. So using this log method, I am going to print the counting from 1 to 1 lakh right in the server logs. So I am in over here, I will just write counting is right like this plus I. So this is how I will be writing like this. And over here, after the counting finish, I will just return the results. So it will be like return new perform result, return new perform result. So it will be return new perform result, right? So return new perform result. Then over here, we need to use cron job result dot success, right? And over here I have to write cron job status dot finished, right? So this is how I have written this cron job, right? So guys, this is how you can write a job class, right? Now what I am going to do, I am going to declare this bean, newly created bean, which I have changed as a job class. I have to declare this bean in our spring.xml. For that, guys, I will just go to training course spring.xml, and there I have to declare my bean. So how I can declare this newly created bean in a training course spring.xml? So for that, I will be just writing something like this. I will just copy this. I will just copy this something like this, and then I will just paste over here something like this. I have pasted. Then what I will do, I will just copy the job class which we had created. So this is the job class, and I will just give the same name over here as well in training course spring.xml. So this is the name I have to give. So like this, and of course I have to change the path because my class path is de.hybris.training.core.job. You can see. So de.hybris.training.core.job, right? And then I have to give the name of my class. So it is Hybris Tube abortable job. So I will write the same name, Hybris Tube abortable abortable job, right? So this is, and because this class is extending the abstract job performable, that is why I will write over here the class name as abstract job performable. So I will just search for this. So this should be the parent class. I will use the same the parent class over here. So I will just use this abstract job performable. I hope this is clear to you. Over here, guys, I will add the three properties. One is the model service, second one is the flexible search service. So I will just search for the flexible search service. These are the necessary properties to be declared as a job as a bean. That is why I have to add these, inject these properties. So I am going to inject this property model service, flexible search service, and one more is the session service I need to use. So I am injecting this session service as well. So I'm just copying this and then we will paste at our location. So I will not use this business process service. I don't need this. So that's why I'm using this. So in this way, you can, give the mapping of your newly created bean in your spring.xml. So guys, this is what you have to do. You have created a cronjob.impex class, right? Over here, you have created a cron job. Then you created a bean, right? This is the bean you have created. Then this mapping, this job mapping, whatever you have to, you had give the same mapping you have given in training course spring.xml. In this way, this cronjob.impacts job class is mapped with this Hybris Tube abortable job, right? Now, what is our next task? I will firstly bring my server down, existing server down. So I will just press the Control C, and in case your server is not up, you don't need to perform this step. But I am into my platform folder. You can see if I go to the directory structure, this is the Hybris zip suite. In case you don't have this Hybris zip suite, you can just email me. I can provide you the access for this, right? So over here, Hybris, right? And then you can see that we do have this bin folder. This is the bin folder. Then we have to go platform folder. Over here only we need to open the command line. So I have already opened the command line, right? So what I will do, I will just do the entall. So I'm just doing the entall command, and just remember, still I have not created a abortable job. I have just created a job with the default implementation of Hybris, because firstly I want to show you that by default Hybris cron jobs are not abortable in nature. So firstly I show you that demo, then I will convert this cron job as a abortable job, right? So what I am going to do, I'm just going to build this project using the entall command. So you can see I have started this entall command, and guys, this is going to take some time, and once this entall command is finished, we will bring our server up. So let's wait for the entall command to get finished, then we will proceed to our next steps. So guys, you can see the build has been finished successfully. It means the entall command has been finished successfully. Now I am going to bring my server up. So I am going to bring my server up using the command hybris server.bat debug. So why I have written the because I am going to bring my server up into the debug mode. So I have just fired this command to bring my server up into the debug mode. So guys, this will take around 10 to 15 minutes to come the server up. So let's wait for the server to come up. So guys, now you can see the server has come up. You can see the server has taken this much of time. Now our next step is we will perform the system update. So for that guys, what I need to do, I need to open the HSC. So I am going to open the HSC using the credentials admin and password as nimda. Then I need to perform the system update. Why I need to perform the system update? Because we had written this cron job into cronjobs.impex file. If I can just show you this cronjob.impex file over here, guys, you can see that we had written this cron job. And just to create this cron job into the database, we need to perform the system update. Because if I just show you by searching this cron job into backoffice, you will find that this job is not created yet. If I can just go to the back office, and if I can just log in into the back office with my credentials, admin and password as nimda, and if I just click on the login button, so you can see I am into the back office now, and I am just going to search for the cron job. I am just writing the cron job into this left section. So you can see I have just written the cron, then it will give me the results related to the cron job. So I'm just clicking over here, and then I will just try to search our cron job. So this is the cron job name, Hybris Tube abortable job demo. So I will just try to search for this cron job into the back office. So I will just go to the advanced search, and over here I will just select the contains and will give my cron job name. This is the cron job which we were intending to create, and you can see it is not giving me any result, right? So why it is not giving me any result? Because the cron job is still not get created into the database. So how this cron job will get created into the database? This cron job will get created into the database once this impex runs, cronjobs.impex runs. So when this impex will run when we perform the system update, that is why I need to perform the system update. So this is the system update, and which all options I need to select. So I just need to select the create essential data. So why I need to select the create essential data? Why I don't need to select the training core project, right? So this is the project data. So why I need to select the create essential data in our current scenario? The reason is because this cronjob.impex, for this cronjob.impex, we do have a parent file, a core system setup file. So this is the file core system setup, and if I just open this file, core system setup file, you will find that this cronjob.impex, this cronjob.impex is there into our essential section, right? So this is the reason that we need to select only the create essential data. In case your impex is into the project data, in case your impex, for example, these impexes are there into the project data, for those reasons, you need to just select your project data, whatever the extension you have. But since this impacts cronjobs.impacts is there into the essential section, that is why you have to select the create essential data. In case you create another cron job or another impacts file, you have to mention that file whether it should be added into the essential section or into the project section. So this cronjob.impacts is into the essential section. That is why I have selected the create essential data and I am clicking on the update button. So once this update gets created or once this update gets finished, you will see that we will be able to search this cron job. So let's wait for the system update to get finished. So this system update will take around 10 minutes to get finished. So let's wait for the system update to get finished. After that, we will verify that our job would have been created over here. So guys, you can see system update is still running and you can see it is still importing multiple type of impacts. You can see it is importing this impacts and right you can see multiple type of impacts is currently the impacts is with the word containing essential data those are running. Once this gets finished after that whatever the impacts is mentioned over here those will start running. So this will again take some time. So let's wait for this these all indexes to get imported into the DB. And guys, over here you can see the system has imported the cronjobs.impex file as well during the system update. As you can see, system update is still running and it has imported our impex cronjobs.impex. Right, so what we can do now, we can check into the back office whether the cron job has been created or not. So I have just given the name of our the cron job which we had declared in our cronjobs.impex file, this one, and now I'm just searching for this impex whether for this cron job whether this cron job has been created or not. So you can see guys this cron job has been created. If I just open for this cron job, you will see that this cron job is just created and you can see still the system update is running in the backend. It is still importing other impex files, but our cron job has been created. Why this has been created? Because the cronjob.impex file has been imported, right? So you can see still the system update is running but our cron job has been created. And why this is taking so much time? Because in the backend still the system update is running. And as you can see now, this list view or detail view has been opened and this is the cron job view. This cron job status is currently in the new state. This is the code of the cron job. This is the definition name Hybris Tube abortable job, and this is the same definition. This is the same definition which we had given over here, right? And you will see that currently like it has not run. That is why the last start time and last end time is empty for this job. And if I just go to the admin tab, so you can see in the admin tab, it is clearly seen that this job is created on 4th of July at 10:21 p.m. So this job is recently created, right? So let's wait for this system update to get finished first. After that, what we will do, we will run this cron job. So this is the job, this is the option to abort cron job. You can see it is still disabled. We will run this cron job and then I will show you that this option will remain as a disabled one only. So guys, you can see system update has been finished. It has taken almost 1 hour to get finished. Now what we will do, we will run this cron job, and once this cron job run, guys, you will see that the flow will come into our job class. This is the job class over here. What we have done, the flow will come over here, and we have just taken a for loop for logging or printing the counting from 1 to 1 lakh. So this is what we are going over here. So I'm just running the cron job. So you can see I have run the cron job. You can see I have run the cron job, and in the server logs you can see this counting has started printing, right? So I'm just refreshing the cron job. So you can see in the backend job is running, right? So you can see still the job is running. And if I just try to refresh this, guys, if I just try to refresh this, you can see still this option is disabled. Still this option is disabled. It means there is no option that we can abort this cron job. If I go over here, guys, in the HSC, over here as well in the monitoring, in the cron job, you can see in the cron job, there is no listed job in this section. So you can see there is no option, or there is no job which is available to be aborted. Right now, what we have to do, we will make this cron job as a abortable cron job. So we will be basically making this job as a abortable job. So how we will make this job as a abortable job? So for that we will do some changes over here. So once we do those changes, once we make this job as a abortable, and once we rerun this job, you can see it has been finished now because it has printed the counting till 1 to 5 times 9, right? So this has printed the counting. That is why this job has finished. Now I will make this job as a abortable, and once I make this job as a abortable, you will see that this option will get enabled, and the job will get listed over here as well. So what changes I need to do? So I need to override this method which is there into the abstract job performable class. This is out of box class. So I have to override this method because by default this is returning false. So what I will do, I will override this method over here because this class or this job class is extending this abstract job performable only. So over here, guys, what I will do, I will just write like this at the rate override. So this is the annotation which we basically use to override any API. So over here I will return true, right? This is what I will do. And guys, in case I get the abort request to abort a cron job, what I will do over here, there is a API in the abstract job performable class only. So I will go over here in the abstract job performable. Over here we have this out of box API clear abort request if needed. I will just copy this and will write the logic something like this. Like if I get the request for aborting a cron job, if this is where this value is true, right, then I will just do a print that okay, it is asking for the variable, so I will just pass this. I will just pass this, and over here I will just write log dot info got the request for aborting the cron job, right, at time, what time that I will get printed. So new date, this is what I will write. So this date is of in the util library. So I will just write something like this, new date, this one, and will write like this. Right, so now over here, once my flow comes over here, once I get the request for aborting a cron job, then I will be basically aborting the cron job. I will be setting the status. So I will be setting the status something like this: cron job result dot. Right, so this will go into error and this will go into aborted state. Right, so I hope this is clear to you. This makes sense, I think. So these are the changes we need to do in order to make a cron job as a abortable. So firstly, the most important thing is we need to override this method, and there we need to return the value as true, which is by default value as a false. And once the request is received, whatever the status we want to set, whether we want the status to be set as aborted, or we want this status something like this I mean error I mean any type of status we want that we can set. And similarly cron job result, whatever the result we want this result to be set, like failure, whatever we want, that we can do. So after this, guys, once we have made this cron job as a abortable cron job, we just have to bring our server down, and then we just have to build this project again. So I am firing endall command, and once the endall command gets finished, I will just make my server up, and then we will see whether this job has converted into a abortable job or not. So let's wait for the endall command to get finished. So guys, you can see endall command has been finished successfully. Now we will bring our server up. So I am just firing this command, hybris server bat debug command, hybris server dot bat debug, so that I can start my server into the debug mode. So this will take around 15 minutes. So once the server is up, and since we have made our cron job as a abortable cron job, then we will see that once I will run this cron job. Once I run this cron job, and once I try to abort this job in between, once this job is in the running state only, and you will see that I will get the option to abort the cron job. And once I click on the abort option, the job will get aborted as well. So currently we are waiting for the server to come up, and once the server is up, then we don't need to perform the system update. Why we don't need to perform the system update? Because the job has already been created. This cronjob.impex file has already been run. So we don't need to perform the system update. We just need to test our functionality. So let's wait for the server to come up. So guys, you can see server has come up. So what we will do, we will open the back office and we will see how our job looks like. So I am opening the back office. So I am opening this in the new window. I will just log in with my credential. Username is admin and password is Nimda. So this is how I am logging into the HSC. So you can see currently there is no job which needs to be aborted, right? Because no job is running. But once we will run our job, you will see that job will be there as well. So let's wait for the back office to get opened. So guys, you can see back office has been open now. So I'm just logging into the back office with my credential. Username is admin and the password is NIMDA. So I have just clicked on the login button, and I am just waiting for the back office to get login into. So you can see it is taking some time, and once I log in into the back office, I will show you how our cron job looks like. So guys, you can see now I have been logged in into the back office. Now what I will do, I'm just searching for the cron job over here, and you can see in the left bar I have just written the cron job and this option was there. So now I have clicked on this link on this
type cron jobs type, and once I have clicked on this type, a new window will get opened for the cron job type. So guys, over there we will search for our cron job. So you can see this was the cron job we had created, Hybris Tube abortable job demo. So I will go back to the back office, and you can see this was the job we had created, right? So I will just open this cron job. So I'm just opening this cron job, and then I will just run this cron job. Once this cron job will run, you will see that it will start printing whatever we have written into the logic, but just be aware that we have made this cron job as a abortable cron job now. So since this cron job is abortable, we will be able to abort this cron job. So I'm just going to run it. So like the previous time, I have run this cron job, and you can see in the logs it has started printing the accounting. But once I refresh this, you can see still this is disabled. But once I refresh this, you can see this abort cron job option is enabled. Also over here as well, you will see that we will have a option, or we will have an option to disable a cron job. So I'm just going to monitoring, and then I'm just going to the cron job. You can see this job is there. Over here as well, I will have an option to abort the cron job, right? So you can see the counting is still getting printed. So what I'm going to do, I'm just clicking on the abort cron job, and you can see once I abort the cron job, once I clicked over here, this log has been printed, got the request for aborting the cron job. And you can see we printed this log in this flow only if clear aborted, abort request if needed, right? So it means this value is true, and now I am just setting the result as an error state and status as aborted, right? So I'm just refreshing this. You can see status is running and last result was success. Now I'm just refreshing this. You will see that the status and this last result will get changed. So we are just refreshing this job, and then we will see that this status has been changed into aborted and last result has been changed into error. Plus, this job has stopped execution at this time only. It didn't move forward. So I hope guys now this is clear to you how you can make a job as a abortable cron job. By default, cron jobs are not abortable because in the out-of-box abstract job performable class, in the out-of-box abstract job performable class, this is abortable method is returning us the value false. So to make a job as a abortable, we just have to override this API. So that's why I had overridden this API and marked this value as true. And once I mark this value as true, and this is the logic to abort a cron job, right? So what I can do, I can show you this flow. Like I will just run this cron job again. You can see I have run this cron job, and I can show you from here as well. If I just click over here, you can see over here successfully set to abortable, and you can see still I am able to abort this cron job from the HSC as well. So guys, I hope this is clear to you whether the hybrid cron jobs are abortable by default or not, and if not, how you can write a custom logic to make hybrid cron jobs as abortable. So guys, I hope this video was informative for you. This question is asked more frequently in the interview questions. So guys, if you like this video, do share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.